Good morning from a very foggy day here at Six Flags Great America. There is some much needed TLC being brought to liven the park up and make your Six Flags experience so much more enjoyable. Right at the front gate, you'll notice the Six Flags sign and flagpoles have been demolished, and they're constructing what I can only assume is a new sign and landscaping up front to welcome guests as they approach the security line. It's also worth noting that the bathrooms right inside the front gate are closed, as well as the wheelchair and stroller rental. You can still rent a stroller and wheelchair, you'll just need to go inside the flag store next to the old rental office to do so. We are inside. I am inside. Just me, myself, and I today. We were here last week. We took the kids on opening day last Saturday, and it was absolutely freezing outside. So unfortunately, we didn't do too much. We just kind of came for a couple hours, and then we left because it was frigid. So I'm back here today. I'm expecting the crowd levels to be a little bit smaller just because it is, there's some rain in the forecast. It is kind of foggy. So we are here right at opening, and I mean, people are starting to funnel in now. So we're just gonna take a look and explore. I have a super important question though, okay? So when you get here, where do you go? Do you hook a left towards New Orleans? Or do we hook a right towards County Fair? Let me know in the comments. I tend to veer towards the left, so we tend to start our day going this way. So you know what? We're just gonna keep with that tradition today. We are still in such a beautiful time of year where everything is still kind of sort of blooming before everything turns green and it gets super hot. So I'm just really living for all these beautiful flowers everywhere. They did close the hangover ride that was here, which is like your kind of typical fair ride, makes you kind of nauseous and dizzy. It kind of went in a loop and stopped at the very top as you were hanging upside down. Not my kind of ride, but so I'm not too sad to see it go. I am kind of genuinely shocked at how empty the park is right now. Like, everything is kind of at a walk-on, and the park's been open for probably a good 40 minutes. And like I said, there was rain in the forecast, but the rain should be mostly resolved by now. And you know, it's a little bit foggy. I don't know if the camera is really picking it up very well, unfortunately. But yeah, the weather's pretty mild and the rain is gone. So you know what? We're just gonna enjoy and ride what we can. When I say everything was at a walk-on, I genuinely mean it. I legitimately have never had this experience with Goliath before. I seriously just walked through the entire queue and walked right up, and I was on the next train to board and ride it. This was seriously a really high point to start the day off with. It was great. Next, I had to get a refill on my souvenir cup. These do come complimentary with the diamond passes, but even if you're not a diamond pass holder, I do recommend picking up one of these cups because you get free refills all season. And if you weren't already aware of the vending machine cost, this bottle of water runs $6.50, and a bottle of Coke is going to run you $7.50. Yikes. I also just want to point out that Six Flags did add a 99-cent surcharge to all their transactions to cover some increasing labor costs, so don't be shocked when you see that. However, this thankfully does not apply to the seasonal refillable popcorn buckets. That will simply stay at $1.99. If you notice something was missing here, that would be that ride, Revolution. They took it down. It's just all blacktop. They are constructing a new ride here, Sky Striker. It's supposedly going to be ready at some point later this spring, but the entrance to American Eagle is closed, so unfortunately this does mean that American Eagle is also closed while they're in the middle of this construction. There's also quite a bit of work being done in Kidsopolis. Only 2 rides are open. Everything else is closed. The Crazy Cars, as well as the family restrooms and the playground that was in the back by the splash pad. The good thing is this is only one of 3 kid areas in the entire park, so still plenty for littles to do. Good old X-Flight. I haven't ridden this coaster in years. Like, legitimately, it's probably been a good 9-10 years since I've ridden it. And as soon as I approached the platform, it started raining. And when I say raining, it started pouring outside. But if you think a little rain is going to stop me from enjoying this day and getting on some rides, you are sorely mistaken. It was great. I wanted to give Battle for Metropolis a try. I've never been on this ride, and I'm not actually sure why I haven't, because it was a lot of fun. And to be honest, it didn't feel like a Six Flags attraction. This felt like something you'd see at Universal or Disney. The cyborg animatronic was incredible. The ride itself is just like Men in Black at Universal Orlando. You're in a ride vehicle with gun blasters attached, and you shoot at various targets on the screens while you move through the ride. To my surprise, I didn't do too bad. I mean, look at that face. The look of determination of a top 5% player. I'm absolutely starving at this point, so I grabbed a walking taco at Fiesta Fries next to the Giant Drop. You can get this made with regular Doritos or Cool Ranch Doritos. I personally opted for the regular, and it really hit the spot. Southwest Territory is my favorite area of Great America. I just think it has the best theming and food. There's a lot to do here, including 3 major thrill rides, and it is home to my very first roller coaster, the Viper. So there is a bit of biased nostalgia for me here, I guess. I also really love all the Looney Tunes presents throughout the park. There is a store here in Southwest Territory that features nothing but Looney Tunes merch. With the recent Space Jam sequel, it is nice to see the IP getting a resurgence of love from old fans and new. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love Marvin the Martian. I'm curious, who is your favorite Looney Tunes character? Leave me a comment below. In some more ride construction adjacent news, the Wizard is still down, undergoing some upgrades and refurbishment. Hopefully we see this thing opening sooner than later, because those summertime crowds are going to be coming in quickly as we approach May and the end of the school year. My last stop of the day is over at Bourbon Street Cafe for a quick little pick-me-up and sweet treat. I got an order of just plain beignets with a vanilla latte. If you know me, you know I love my coffee iced, but it was cold outside, so I figured why not switch it up. These aren't the greatest beignets I've ever had, but they do the trick. Six Flags just announced that they're investing heavily into the technology of the parks and what they're calling a digital overhaul. This will include live ride wait times, which is one thing the park has seriously lacked in comparison to other major theme parks. It is most definitely going to be a welcome change. For all of my Fright Fest freaks, in the cartoon cabin right across from the Yukon Barbecue Pit in Yukon Territory, there is a permanent Fright Fest shop full of merch for you to enjoy, just in case you maybe missed it last season or gearing up for the next one, which we all know will be here sooner than we think. Alright, you guys, that's all for today. It was such a perfect day here at Six Flags Great America. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.